High atop Mount Kailash, Shiva resided. The destroyer, the auspicious one, a paradox embodied. His third eye, a vortex of creation and destruction. Beside him, Parvati, the embodiment of love and devotion, their bond, a cosmic dance of passion and fury. From their union, Ganesha was born, a boy with a child's heart and a god's destiny. Plump, playful, his laughter echoed in the celestial halls. Parvati, bathed in sunlight, prepared for her ritual bath, a sacred act demanding solitude. She turned to her son, her eyes brimming with maternal love. "Guard this door, Ganesha," she commanded. "Let no one enter until I return." Ganesha, loyal and steadfast, took his position. He puffed out his chest, a tiny guardian before a massive door. His love for his mother, absolute. His resolve, unbreakable. Across the universe, Shiva stirred. A wave of longing for his beloved washed over him. He strode towards Parvati's chambers, his heart aflame with desire. But at the threshold stood Ganesha. "Turn back, father," the child declared. "Mother's orders are absolute." Shiva, consumed by his own desires, scoffed. "Step aside, child. Do you know who I am?" Ganesha stood firm, his voice unwavering. "My mother's word is law." Fury, swift and terrible, consumed Shiva. The air crackled with divine energy. His third eye, the eye of destruction, blazed open. Without a word, he drew his trishul, the trident that could shatter mountains. A flash of light, a deafening roar. Ganesha's head, severed from his body, fell to the ground. Shiva, the destroyer, stepped over the lifeless form and entered Parvati's chambers. Section 5, A Mother's Anguish. Parvati emerged, radiant and refreshed, her divine aura illuminating the surroundings. She had just completed her sacred rituals, feeling a sense of peace and fulfillment. Little did she know her world was about to be shattered. As she stepped into the courtyard, she was met with a scene of unimaginable horror. Her son, her precious Ganesha, lay lifeless on the ground, his head severed from his body. The sight was too much to bear. Her heart, once filled with joy, now overflowed with sorrow and despair. A scream filled with cosmic grief tore from her lips. It was a sound that resonated through the heavens, a cry so powerful that it caused the very fabric of the universe to tremble. The earth quaked beneath her feet, and the skies darkened, filled with stormy clouds and lightning. Nature itself seemed to mourn with her, sharing in her profound anguish. The universe wept alongside the grieving mother. Stars dimmed and celestial bodies paused in their eternal dance. Shiva, who had been lost in his own thoughts, was jolted back to reality by the sound of Parvati's grief. He looked upon the scene, his heart heavy with the weight of his actions. His passion, once a source of strength, had now led to this tragic outcome. Horror gripped his heart, icy and relentless. He had become the destroyer of his own blood. The realization hit him like a tidal wave, drowning him in a sea of regret and sorrow. He had acted in a moment of rage, and now he was faced with the devastating consequences. The sight of Parvati's anguish was a mirror to his own soul, reflecting the depth of his remorse. He knew that he had to find a way to make amends, to heal the wound he had inflicted on his beloved family. Section 6, Brahma Solution. From the heavens descended Brahma, the creator. He surveyed the scene, his heart heavy with sorrow. He spoke, his voice echoing with ancient wisdom. "Shiva, you have erred." Shiva, his head bowed in shame, could only whisper, "What can I do to atone?" Brahma's gaze fell upon the lifeless body of Ganesha. "Bring me the head of the first creature you encounter facing north," he commanded. Section 7. The Quest for a Head. Consumed by guilt and desperate to right his wrong, Shiva mounted his steed, Nandi the bull. They raced across the celestial plains, a whirlwind of despair and determination. In the shadowed north, they encountered a magnificent creature, an elephant, its trunk raised in a trumpeting salute to the rising sun. Section 8. The Elephant Sacrifice. Shiva, with a heavy heart, struck down the elephant. He carried its massive head back to Brahma, his movements stiff with sorrow. Brahma, with a touch of his hand, fused the elephant head onto Ganesha's body. life surged back into the child. Ganesha, bewildered, looked upon his parents with wide, innocent eyes. Section 9. Rebirth and Reconciliation. In the sacred halls of the ancient temple, where the air was thick with the scent of incense and the whispers of prayers, a story of profound transformation and healing unfolded. Parvati, her tears a mixture of joy and sorrow, embraced her son. Her heart ached with the memory of loss, yet it swelled with the joy of reunion. She had waited for this moment, a moment where love would mend the wounds of the past. Ganesha, forever changed, bore the mark of his father's sin and his love. His new form, with the head of an elephant, was a symbol of wisdom and strength, a testament to the trials he had endured and the divine purpose he now carried. Shiva, humbled and heartbroken, knelt before his son. The mighty god, who had once been consumed by rage, now found himself overwhelmed by remorse. His actions had brought pain, but they had also paved the way for a deeper understanding and connection. "Forgive me," he choked, his voice raw with shame. The words were simple, yet they carried the weight of the universe. In that moment, Shiva's vulnerability was laid bare, a father's plea for forgiveness from his beloved child. Ganesha, his heart filled with understanding beyond his years, touched his father's cheek. The gesture was small, but it spoke volumes. It was a sign of acceptance, a bridge between the past and the future, a promise of healing. The universe held its breath, witnessing the reconciliation of a family shattered and reborn. The stars seemed to shine brighter. The air felt lighter, as if the cosmos itself was celebrating this moment of unity. In the heart of the temple, amidst the ancient scrolls and statues, a new chapter began. A chapter where love triumphed over pain, where forgiveness paved the way for a brighter future, and where the bonds of family were strengthened by the trials they had faced. This was the essence of rebirth and reconciliation, a timeless tale of love, loss, and the enduring power of forgiveness. Section 10. The Elephant God's Legacy. Ganesha, the elephant-headed god, became a symbol of wisdom, new beginnings, and the vanquishing of obstacles. His image, with the head of an elephant and the body of a human, is instantly recognizable and revered across the world. The story of Ganesha's creation is both fascinating and profound, involving divine intervention, familial bonds, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. According to legend, Ganesha was created by the goddess Parvati, who fashioned him from clay to guard her while she bathed. When her husband, Lord Shiva, returned and found this unfamiliar boy blocking his way, he became enraged and, in a fit of anger, beheaded Ganesha. Realizing his mistake, Shiva replaced Ganesha's head with that of an elephant, thus giving him his unique appearance. His story, a stark reminder of the destructive power of ego and the healing power of repentance. Shiva's act of beheading Ganesha symbolizes the destructive nature of unchecked anger and ego, while the act of giving him an elephant's head represents the power of forgiveness and the ability to make amends. This tale is not just a myth, but a lesson in humility, compassion, and the importance of family. It teaches us that even the gods are not infallible, and that redemption is always possible through sincere repentance and love. Across the land, he is worshipped as the remover of obstacles, the embodiment of luck and success. Festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi celebrate his birth with great fervor, where devotees bring home idols of Ganesha, offer prayers, and seek his blessings for prosperity and happiness. The streets come alive with music, dance, and the chanting of hymns, creating an atmosphere of joy and devotion. Ganesha's presence is invoked at the beginning of new ventures, marriages, and important events, ensuring that his blessings pave the way for success and remove any hurdles that may come in the way. His tale, etched in stone and whispered in prayers, serves as a beacon of hope and forgiveness. The ancient scriptures and carvings in temples across India narrate the story of Ganesha, reminding devotees of his virtues and the lessons his life imparts. His large ears signify the importance of listening, his small eyes the need for concentration, and his large stomach the ability to digest both the good and bad in life. Each aspect of his form carries a deeper meaning, teaching us valuable life lessons. For even in the face of unimaginable loss, there exists the possibility of redemption and the enduring power of love. Ganesha's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of love and forgiveness. It inspires us to overcome our own obstacles, to seek forgiveness when we err, and to extend compassion to others. In a world often fraught with challenges and strife, the legacy of the elephant god continues to shine as a guiding light, offering hope, wisdom, and the promise of new beginnings. This video presents a creative interpretation of Hindu mythology, with imagery inspired by imagination and not necessarily reflective of traditional or historical accuracy /